Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا
When we picked up the truck from the ferry, they were waiting for us.
The police?
A lieutenant and maybe 20 men. They got Kamal.
Oh, what about the truck?
It's outside.
Then bring it in. Hello? This is Sonia. There was a problem at the Galata Bridge. Kemal... It'll be done. First grade raw heroin. Worth $5,000 a bag?
Sonia, what did they say about Kemal being caught?
What do you think they said, Shimoon?
All right, Kemal. You know what we want. Now, talk. You did a good job tonight, Lieutenant.
Yeah, it was mostly luck, Colonel.
Yeah, well, we all get luck from time to time. It's the one who exploits it who gets promotion. All right, let's get to work.
Stopping.
What do you expect? The police cars are garaged on this side of the building. This is the 6th grill from the corner.
Yes, I checked it twice.
Good. We couldn't afford to get the wrong letterbox.
Look out!
I can't understand it, sir. How did they know that he was here?
How did they know he was here, Lieutenant? How do they always know?
Colonel Davis' description of the situation in Istanbul shows what we are facing, gentlemen.
An international narcotics organization, ruthless enough to kill off their own men before they can talk.
And rich enough to create traitors everywhere. Istanbul is clearly the shipment port for raw drugs from the east. drugs to be forwarded for processing in the clandestine factories of America and Europe. I have been asked by Commissioner Tariq of the Istanbul police to press for international action. Gentlemen, the ball is in your court.
Everything you say, Colonel, indicates the necessity of appointing one man to take control of all attempts to combat this organization.
Agreed.
If I might take the opportunity to suggest a very efficient officer from Scotland Yard.
One moment, Mr. Chairman. If we are proposing candidates, a security officer of the highest quality springs
So
to mind
what's the matter with the
immediately.
Federal Narcotics Bureau? I mean, we've only been at this problem for 30 years.
That is not exactly a recommendation, Mr. Smith. Our own Sergei Sergeyevich Rikor seems the obvious choice.
So, once again, deadlock.
Well, perhaps not, Colonel. I appreciated that delicate matters of prestige might be involved, so I took steps to provide a possible solution. Would you carry on, Mr. Ryland, please?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, gentlemen. I am here at Mr. Hopgood's request because of my personal acquaintanceship with a man who is amply versed in all areas of crime prevention.
Извините, пожалуйста. What's his nationality?
Just a moment,
No,
please.
no. It's all right, Mr. Chairman. I think I can answer that. His nationality. Well, our records show that his mother was a French countess, whilst his father, we have on good authority, was descended from an eminent family of the exiled Muscovite dynasty.
A Tsarist. Still, he does have Russian blood.
And for your information, Mr. Smith, his American family connections have produced not one, but two presidents this century.
If I read you right, there's only one man you could mean.
Exactly. And he will be difficult to get, but I think I can do it.
Just who is this genius?
Well, I would have thought that was obvious. Hasn't everyone heard of?
Jason King.
Miss Harvester asked me to take you to her as soon as you arrived. If you arrived, that is.
Oh, it's one of those mornings, is it?
This way, please, sir.
Well, we better get it over with. Morning. Thank you.
Jason, at last.
Nicola, I'm not sure that it isn't an improvement.
Good morning. May I help you? No, I'm just waiting for someone, thank you.
Where on earth have you been?
Since when?
I've been trying to find you for the last 8 days.
Well, I had a long business trip. It was your idea that I should form a company in the Bahamas.
The corporation law says you need only spend
4 hours a year there. You went 2 months ago.
Well, you know how seriously I take these things. Besides, I just happened to be passing.
You just happened to be passing the
Bahamas.
Thought you'd understand. Oh, brought you a present.
Oh,
Might help.
thanks. Jason, you're contracted to write a new series.
and a new book by the end of this month.
That's why I'm here, reporting for duty.
Jason, I don't want you to report anywhere.
I just want you to work. Look, you'll have to return to Paris instantly and wear those beautifully groomed fingers of yours to the bone.
I think that thing on your face has changed your personality completely.
You'll sign a contract.
Another one?
Yes, a contract with me, stipulating that you employ a secretary. A secretary my company will pay for, and whose task will be to ensure that you complete all your commitments.
Do I make myself understood, Jason? I've decided not to wait, thank you.
Agreed. But I choose a secretary.
Well, if it'll help you finish the book,
Oh, it will, Nicola, it will.
then by all means. Jason, what's that in your jacket?
What?
At the back. Top of the vent.
It's a bug.
Ooh,
Radio bug.
a what?
Sticker-type variety. Must have been thrown at me. Thought I felt something. At the time I thought it was a pang of conscience.
Jason, if this is another of your carefully thought-out excuses.
An inch can't be very far. It's a yard.
Oh, really, Jason? You're not still here. You should be on your way to Paris by now.
Oh, I am, Nicola. I am.
It was the Paris flight you wanted, wasn't it, Gov?
Yes. This'll do fine. Keep the change.
Thanks, Gov. Thank you very much, Mr. King. Excuse me, sir. The captain would like to see you.
Oh, right, yes.
He's asked you to join him on the flight deck.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Cool. I believe you wanted to see me, Captain.
Hello, King. Nice to see you. Do sit down.
You do pick the most uncomfortable places, Rylands. Champagne.
Yes, I picked it up at the duty-free shop. When I've something to say to you, King, I try to find somewhere where you can't walk out of me. Difficult here, eh?
The answer is no, Rylands.
Well, you certainly haven't been busy. You haven't done anything for months. I checked up on you.
Your impertinence is overwhelming, but for the sake of a peaceful trip, let me state before you do that I was in London discussing a series of articles in my new book, and I promise completion of both by the end of the month.
This job in Istanbul shouldn't take a man of your capabilities more than a few days.
Give Sir Brian my regards and tell him to stuff it up his tax return.
This is a civil matter. Sir Brian is not involved.
You mean your Welsh wet nurse hasn't sent you?
No. They thought that, as a friend...
No, you knew the meaning of the word. It certainly isn't in your code book.
You'd have complete freedom of action, guaranteed, internationally backed.
No comment.
I thought we'd have this kind of reaction. We'll just have to try and talk you around.
Don't waste your time, Rylands.
Ryland! Handle well, don't they?
Much better when they're off automatic control. Bye-bye, Rylands. Thanks for the champagne. You better come out, Captain, before Ryland gets carried away. Next, please. And do sit down, Miss...
Blackman. Shelley Blackman.
What makes you think you'd like to work for me, Miss Blackman?
Instinct.
Salary isn't exactly excessive.
Is there a salary?
And there are times when I can be very...
Demanding.
How's your typing speed? Do type. Shorthand?
Oh, you mean those strange hieroglyphics?
Champagne.
Oh, yes, I love champagne, Mr. King.
Well, one can't help being impressed by your qualifications, Miss Blackman.
You could do very much worse, Mr. King.
Indeed. Well, let's continue with the interview. Imagine a situation. I'm working on the novel, and it's late, very late, and I'm having great difficulty with a very tricky chapter. How would you react?
Instinctively.
Job's yours. You any luggage?
Yes, it's in the hall. So you're planning a new book?
It's my publisher's exerting pressure. I promised her total concentration till I'd finished it. Also had to sign a contract, allowing her to employ a secretary to organize me. That's why the salary is so mingy.
And I'm to help you with it?
Among other things.
Shall I?
Do? And get rid of the folie bergère.
Oh, you can all go.
Telephone, madame.
It's the telephone man. Apparently something's wrong with the lines round here.
Perfectly all right this morning.
Well, can he come in?
Yes, I suppose so. Bring the champagne, will you? I have an appointment in Fontainebleau with the local government. I'm going to be given a leg up.
Leg up?
Yes, I think they're going to approve the scheme Georges and I have for the rehabilitation of
Hello, testing.
Vous me faites un appel quand vous êtes fini ici à ma chambre, hein?
Oui, monsieur.
Could I come?
No, it's a men's prison.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fontainebleau.
All right, try her now. Is that what you wanted?
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
I shall be back by this evening. If things go wrong, I'll let you know.
How? You just tell me not to answer the telephone in case Miss Harvester discovers you're out.
What was that? Well, I ring twice, then I ring off, then you know it's me. I think that's everything.
Is it?
What have I forgotten?
Your breakfast.
Oh, I had a gargle of champagne this morning.
But it's very bad to drive on an empty stomach.
I don't think I'd better. I rather overdid the rouget last night. Oh, don't use the phone unless you have to. If Nicola hears it's engaged, she won't give up. She comes from a long line of bloodhounds.
I'll lay in a stock of carrier pigeons.
Delicious. Got a bite to them.
I prepared them, specially.
Just give me the recipe. And listen to the time. You're supposed to organize me, not delay me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Take them with you.
No. Keep them in the fridge. 1.5 degrees centigrade. I'll have them tonight.
Bye, Jason.
What?
Bye.
Oh, goodbye.
Thank you.
How is it?
Agony.
Here, take these.
Oh.
Do they help?
Help?
The pain.
Only things that make it bearable.
How much do you remember, King?
That's the extraordinary thing about it. I don't remember the accident at all. Don't forget to send George a cable and tell him that my leg's up, will you?
Oh, sure.
Doctor said it was the worst case of a multiple green stick fracture he'd ever come across.
How do you know? You were unconscious when they examined you.
I heard him through the mists of pain.
Of course, you know it wasn't an accident.
What do you mean?
Well, blood tests showed a concentration of barbiturates.
Barbiturates? In my blood?
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'll never be able to talk you into that Istanbul trip.
No, you won't. You haven't been blathering your big mouth up to anyone, have you, about our little chat on the plane?
No, of course not. The only thing is, King, when you're feeling better...
Not even then, Rylance. Not even then. The answer is definitely, absolutely, categorically, no!
The Paris flight has just landed, Colonel.
Good. Will you page Mr. Jason King for me, please?
Yes, of course. Would Mr. Jason King come to the information desk, please? Mr. Jason King. Mr. Jason King, passenger from Paris, is wanted at the information desk, please.
I suppose he was on the plane, sir.
The cable says he is catching the noon flight.
Do you know him by sight, Colonel?
No, only reputation and the usual press photographs, but I've never actually met him. Will you try once more, please?
Mr. Jason King.
Oh, it's all right, thank you. Here he is now.
Colonel Davut?
Yes.
How do you do? My name is Jason King.
My pleasure. This is my deputy, Lieutenant Murat.
Welcome to Istanbul, Mr. King. Thank you. Did you know, Colonel, that my very first Mark Kane was situated in Istanbul?
Was it?
Yes. It's a lovely city, though. So much to see. San Sofia, Topkapi, sunset on the Bosporus.
I don't think you'll find time for sightseeing, Mr. King.
No time? Why ever not, Colonel? As a matter of fact, I promised myself a week or so just for looking round. It's been years since I was last here.
Mr. King, we asked for you because we need help.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Then there is no time to lose. Somewhere in Istanbul is a truckload of raw heroin, the largest single shipment yet intercepted.
Which has somehow slipped through your fingers, I hear.
Slipping through their fingers. At every level, this whole filthy business, they get suspicious. They think somebody's screaming in the pot, so they get careless. Somebody makes a slip, the tight organization begins to crack, and that's the time for us to move.
You have it all worked out, Mr. King.
It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. One man in a truck in a city of 2 million.
We've got to do something. Paris is beginning to put on the pressure.
You explained the situation.
I explained, but I'm not sure they entirely believed me. Did you check the small hotels?
Do you know how many small hotels there are in Istanbul? We've got to ask for help.
Well, if there's any to be had, this is where we find it.
Do we get any action, Colonel?
We get Jason King's action. The waiting game.
Park Hotel? Oh, hello. I'd like to leave a message from Mr. Jason King. Just an address. And no name?
Very good, sir. I'll see Mr. King gets it.
I'll take that.
Yes? No, as a matter of fact, I wasn't despairing at all. I was enjoying the... Oh, you've heard from Trim. Excellent.
Well, I'll be waiting for you downstairs. In the car. Right. Things are beginning to move. Return to headquarters. Hold yourself ready. I'm going with King to see the elusive Alfred Trim.
Hotel Galata, Simar Street.
You sure you won't let me assign a man to you, King?
No, thank you, Colonel. Some policemen find my temper irritating, but thank you all the same.
Well, you know where to find me if you need me. And now perhaps we can get some action.
Trim? Karimma, Ariorum, Affedesinis.
King, watch out!
He's dead.
At that range, I can't think what other result you expected.
It was only a hired hand, King.
Did you get the girl?
Girl?
Yes.
Well, a girl passed me on the staircase. Dark hair, blue dress?
Yes, that's her.
Ah. They must have been after the truck. Did you tell them where it is?
I told him it was in the old warehouse down by the docks.
Very nice, lovely red herring. Where are my cigarettes?
Red herring?
You don't expect a crack agent like Trim to tell the truth, do you?
Even with a gun to my head.
Well, where did you leave it?
Better send your men down to Tricasse Street, about 5 blocks from here.
Right. Can I get someone up to deal with him? Where will you be, Mr. King?
Well, the first thing I shall do is put Trim on a plane to London before he does any more damage to my reputation.
Gentlemen?
Cherkasy Street? I've never even heard of it.
I'm not surprised. Oh, how do you do? My name is Jason King. I don't think we've been formally introduced.
How do you do, sir? Alfred Trim.
Yes.
But I was telling the truth. Under the circumstances, I had no choice. The truck is at the old warehouse.
I'm sure it is.
But you just told Dad...
Cat among the pigeons, an old dodge of Marquet, and some China yours sincerely. But you seem to be the pigeon among the cats. I'm surprised you're still alive, but I suppose anyone who'd wear that handkerchief with that suit would get away with murder. Quick phone call, we'll be on our way.
Sonia? Sonia, it's me, David.
Colonel, what are you doing here?
Get down to Cherkasy Street and make it fast. I can no longer delay sending in a detachment of men.
Cherkasy Street.
The truck is there. Prim was lying to you.
But the truck is here, Colonel.
Why would King tell me the truck was at Cherkasy Street?
You've been tricked.
Tricked?
A straight police officer would have radioed a squad car to go immediately to Cherkasy Street.
When I phoned your deputy, Colonel, he was still patiently waiting for orders.
Sonia, get to the truck. Get to the truck!
Over here, Colonel.
I've told you before, you're far too attractive to be carrying this little thing around. Now let's start again. My name's Alfred Trim.
I think I should tell you, King, about police college.
Go ahead, Colonel. Tell me.
29 out of 30 shots on a moving target at 60 yards.
29 out of 30 at 60 yards. Well, then you did say moving target. Not bad. Not good enough. I never went to police college, but I can just about count up to 9, which means there aren't any bullets left.
All right, King. All right. But you won't get anything from me. You're a long way from winning.
You may think that, but your organization won't. Especially when a few stories filter out about how cooperative you've become.
You do that?
Mais oui.
But they kill me. They find a way in a courtroom or a prison block. They find a way.
Yes, of course, you do talk and tell us how to get to your friends. Before your friends get to you.
Jason, it's marvelous.
Do you really think so?
It's witty. Intriguing. And quite original in its approach.
I thought that.
You know, I really am very impressed.
Good.
Can I take it back to London with me? Just about catch the 4 o'clock plane.
Oh, must you go?
I'm afraid so, Jason. I'll phone you tomorrow. I'll have had another chance to go through your book. You know, it really is quite amazing how you've changed your style. Still, I think your public are ready for it.
Ready for what?
A new hero. Sorry, Jason, I'll have to go, otherwise I'll never catch my plane. I'll phone you tomorrow as promised. Bye.
Trim!
Coming, Jason. Jason, did you show my book to your publisher?
What? Oh, yes.
Well, what did she say? Anything?
Do you want the whole truth? She found it obvious, pedestrian, and numerous. Well, that's only one opinion. Don't despair. I'll take it along to another publisher. Publishes children's books, but you've got to make a start somewhere. Then you can move on to romantic novels.